Hi everyone. This video is a very simple video on how to call a web API. I know there was a request in the community on how do you call a web API from Agent AI, and so this just shows you the way you call the action. And so what this agent is doing is I have a Google Sheet which I have exposed as a web API. And what this agent does is basically calls that web API and gets whatever's in that Google Sheet. So this is the Google Sheet that I have. It's got these two variables. I have exposed this as a web API. I'll do a separate video on how to integrate that and do that. And then this is Postman, where I go and I basically paste my web API and then I can test this and you can see it's going to go run and then it's going to come back and it's going to return. These are the two results from my Google Sheet. So I know that my web API works. So now the question is, how do I get this to work in Agent AI? And so that's the video here. And so the way to go call a web API is to go to add action, go to advanced, go to invoke web API, and then you got to give it the URL, which you saw, which I posted into Postman. It's type get. The header type, I had to actually go to ChatGPT and ask it what to put in there, and then you give the output variable. So when I put that into ChatGPT, it basically said in your agent, the URL is whatever the URL was. It's a get. Headers, it said just put this stuff in. So if I go now here, I can go, I'll show you what I did. This is the URL, get, basically content type application JSON. There is no body, and then this is just out. I think body is if I want to pass a variable to my web API to then get a response back. In this case, it does not have that. And then once I do it, then I'm basically formatting it, and then I'm showing you the output. And so when you run this, what you get is basically uh, I asked it to kind of format the output from the JSON object in like English. So that's what that is. And then this is actually what the JSON object that came back from the web API, testtest.com, and then test one topic is agent force. So that's how you call a web API from Agent AI.